Hey, so I was watching a video for KSHMR's new Reverb plugin last week, and it's a pretty cool plugin. He has packed in a lot of the things that you usually do with reverbs, but he also added something that I haven't seen that often, and that is what he called a tonal reset. I think it's just turning the reverb on and off, and in that way the different notes doesn't stack up and you get a cleaner tail. And at least this is what I think it does. Maybe I'm completely wrong. And I've seen this method before, but done manually. But when I saw this, I thought, oh, actually, this would be a pretty cool thing to have automatically. So then I thought I should set this up in Ableton. And this is how I would do it. Let's just see what the problem is in the first place. So I have these very shitty chords. Please don't judge me. It's just for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to add a reverb to this. Just take the stock reverb here. Reverb. And then let's make it really long, something like this, and then listen to it. Super messy. A thing that you've probably done before to get around this is to group this, put this to full width, add another chain here, I'll call this dry, and this will be the reverb. Reverb, and then I put a compressor on this. So I do this, and I'll put this to remove the knee, have a pretty short release, and a fast attack. So if I would play this, you can see it's much cleaner, but I have to, if I want it really clean, I have to go down quite a bit. So here's pretty clean, but I mean, you lost a lot of the reverb. So if I would turn this off, but still, this is a good method. Let's try this reset thing instead. I get the threshold up for the compressor, then I'm just going to randomly turn the reverb on and off. You see, I'm losing the build-up, and that is pretty cool. So that is what I want to do. To solve this, I'm gonna go to MIDI effects. I'm gonna duplicate this first, so we have a comparison. So I'm gonna turn that off, and then up here I'm gonna put an envelope MIDI, and then I'm gonna remove the sustain and the release, and attack should be pretty quick. The decay, like a little bit. Also, I don't want it to be on 0 to 100, because in this way it would just turn it on for a brief second and then it would turn it off again. And I want the opposite, so I want to go to 100 and then to 0 here. For some reason, if I just map it to this, it doesn't work that well for me, so I'm gonna map it to one of these controllers instead. So first, I'm just gonna do map. I'm gonna have this on and off toggle, and I'm gonna map this to this first macro. And now if I play it, you can see I can turn it off and on. Cool. Okay, so now I got that. I just want to map this to this controller here. You can see you get like a bit of an extra transient because of it. But you can use your compressor, and then you can also play with the decay here. It's pretty clean now, and if we compare the two, the original is way messier. Let's just adjust the compressor to have it less messy. And as you can hear, the reset method gives a fuller but still clean result. One issue, of course, is that you get an extra chunky transient that you need to crush with the compressor, but overall, not too bad. You could, of course, just go and buy KSHMR's Reverb plugin, and then you wasted your time on this video, and you should select your videos more carefully in the future. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. See ya!